Dude, you haven't been on the show. Actually, let's start it off. Fuck it. You ready?
Does it sound good?
Sounds great. All right, guys, we are back. Welcome to episode 247 of the Ready, Set, Blow podcast for Wednesday, April 7th, 2021. Got it right on the first take, Chase. Usually never happens. We are joined, I think it's the fourth time our guest has been on. It's the last time, though, was January of 2019, it looks like. I just did a little Google search. None other than our boy, Corey Rodrigues. What up, Corey?
Yo, what up, fellas?
We are back.
Let's go. This is dope.
I'm outnumbered by black men like I like it.
Yes.
What's going on, Corey? I was going to say, first of all, I love the self-promotion in the back. The little green screen, Corey Rodrigues on stage. Where was that?
That was on, I think that was in,
Is that a
maybe
boat?
that was on a ship going to, let me see, the Red. You know who took that? They took that. We were, I believe that wasn't Alaska. That was like a Grand Turks or Hawaii, one of those.
All right.
One of those trips.
There's
1,000 people in that room right there.
And is it in the round?
Yeah, in the round.
How do you like performing in the round?
Dope. Love it.
Yeah. Do you find it like, do you get like dizzy trying to fucking keep spinning around talking to everybody?
No, man. Once you get in the little groove, it's like you're going to spin around and get to the people anyway. So you can choose to spin around yourself or just focus straight ahead, and eventually you're going to get back to them. So I just I'd be talking. Sometimes I'm like, I'll turn around. But, you know, if you turn around too many times, you start missing people because you're spinning at the same time. So it's like I just play forward. You know,
I like it. How do you like the cruise ships, man? You've done a lot. Well, I know last year you didn't do shit because pandemic, as far as cruise ships go. But you were doing a ton of those before. I mean, a lot of comics complain about it, but you seem to enjoy it.
Love it, man. At the beginning of the pandemic, I probably had already done so. January to March, I probably went on 6 cruises at that time. I was booked for the end to December. I was booked to the end of the year. Between that and then doing other shows and whatever, I'd be like 1 a month, 2 a month. I sprinkle them in, you know.
I know they pay a good grip, but do you like work for one company or is it like a booker that does different ships and shit? So
I have a cruise ship agent. So I work for multiple. I work for Norwegian, Celebrity, Holland America, and Princess right now.
So I guess the real question is, when are you going to hook fucking me and Chase up with some of that cruise ship money, son? Put our name in
Don't put me in it. Don't put me in it. Don't put me in it.
Look.
Yeah, but the water, I like water. I could swim, but ocean like stuff is a whole different ball game. You know, I can do land water, but deep in the ocean, Titanic shit, I don't know.
Fucking land water?
What is land water, by the way?
Land water, like when you're at the beach and you can see the water.
What?
Okay, that's a beach, but that's cool. We'll call it land water.
It's no threat.
No, I got it.
It's no threat. There's no threat. Like, you know, you can see it. It's, you know, you can run to land if you're like you.
No, I get it. That's a great explanation for it, but it's just I've never heard anybody call it land water, so that's kind of dope. I get it. I got what you're saying.
I need an explanation, Corey. All right, because I mean, we're not even 5 minutes into this motherfucker, and he's already coming up with some shit.
He's like, yeah, it's like a beach. No, that is a beach. That's a beach. You just described the beach and called it something different. Land water.
and you know, Chase, they have safety boats and shit. There's enough boat after the Titanic sank. They start putting enough like life rafts on those things for you to get on one if the boat sinks.
Okay. I mean, look, there's a lot of things about it that if I were to, I think it's just like everything, right, man? Everything in life, man. If I got caught up with being concerned about what could happen, because the swells are big. Sometimes I've been in all different rooms. I've been really high up on the ship, and I've been really low down on the ship below. I've been where the water's above almost like I'm at an aquarium and I'm below the water, like, oh, what's down there, baby? Like, like I almost like shit's crazy. So the water's like coming up to my window, like, gosh. I got the little hole, little porthole, and I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, this is
sharks go by. You see a couple sharks go by.
That's what I'm saying. Like it hasn't necessarily been that submerged where I'm just like, yo, I'm really in the water. But I've been where the water does come over and cover everything, come to my window when it's splashing up and it's like high enough, like goes all the way, up on the boat. So it's crazy. Like
that's what's next to you, son. You gotta perform on a fucking submarine. Just go straight under the water. Fuck it.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I mean, if I got caught up thinking about how crazy that is, then I probably wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? But I mean, at the same time, I mean, what am I gonna do, man? I fly.
Do you
go on airplanes?
Do you stay on the cruise ship?
That shit's crazy.
Do you stay on the cruise ship the whole time? Like, do you do like because like some of those fucking trips will be like 6-8 days, and you might only perform a couple of them. Like, do you get
some of them are 14 and 21 days,
and you'll stay on the whole time?
It depends. So it depends on the line you're on, the cruise you're on, what's actually happening. So I've been on one for 10 days or 14 days or something like that, and sometimes I've done back-to-back cruises where it's just that shit is dope. It's almost like a hotel room. Like when you're out, they're like by 3:00 the hotel room's flipped over. You can get in your room by 3 because the last people had to check out. Even if they had a late checkout at 2, somebody's there cleaning that room. So when you show up, you walk into a new room, you're like, woo, baby, it's nice. Jumping all over the sheet. Someone just left. That's what it's like on the cruise ship. They pull in, they get in the port. Everybody gets off that morning that's been down there for 7 days. Flip it over, clean it, go through whatever. You come and there's little animals, little towel animals on your bed and shit. Your toilet paper's folded into roses and everything. And you're like, wow, this is great. You feel like it's your shit for the week, right. And just that quick. And then we leave again that day by 4. By 4 o'clock, you pulling back out in the water again.
That must be a nice way to get away from your family.
Corey's like one of those comedians, man, that Randy, he's like, he like really enjoys, and Corey, you can like chime in and correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you're like one of these comics that like really like to like travel, and like when you do travel, you like to get out there and see what's going on. You don't like just chilling in your room, right?
Yeah. I don't sit in my room and jerk off all day. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's places where I go if I've been. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Only for breakfast. That's
Right. No, yeah, that's true. But there's places where I've been multiple times, and yeah, man, of course I'll do the comic thing and hang in the room and whatever. But no, a lot of the places I like to get out and kind of this is a weird thing. I like going places multiple times if I'm working on this ship. Like I've been to Alaska 7 to 8 times now. But the first 2 times I didn't do a lot. The first time I stayed on the boat, I knew I was going back the next week. Second time I got off, I listened to what people said they did. I got off one for a little bit. Third time, I really was exploring. I was everywhere. I was checking out bears. I was going on excursions. I was doing everything, listening to what people were doing. It's dope. And I went up. I was checking out eagles. There's more eagles around than pigeons when you're in Alaska. They're all over, everywhere. You're right there. You're like, damn, that's a big ass eagle. They're like, put your food away because the eagle will take it from you. They're so big that they'll just come up and be like, give me that. And they just take it. They pull food, push you and take the food from you. It's ill.
How close did you get to the bears? I can't believe you saw some bears out there. So.
I was at a Fortress of the Bears. It's this place where they take all these orphan bears. And so they would, you get pretty close. Like you're above them. And so you're kind of like above them looking down at them in this pit. But it's like they're free to roam. You're just able to look at them from this location they're at.
Oh, so you weren't like rolling around in a fucking hike and all of a sudden a bear jumped out on your ass?
No, I didn't do that. But they have things like that where they're like, you want to go on this walk or this trip, and potentially those are things that you're going to be rolling to. I mean, I'm not that adventurous at times, but
are these?
I heard. Oh yeah, go ahead. My bad, Randy.
No, I was going to ask. Are these? Because I've only been on one cruise, and I would say the average age was probably about 78. Now that might have just been the one I was on. Like, are these cruises like younger people? Are they old folks? Like, So
it's a good question. So and first let me say this too. So many of us as comedians, we don't If we just listened to comics, we wouldn't know shit, because some comics pass things down from other comics that they have no experience with. So then they pass it to us, and then our perception gets all switched up, thinking that that's how it is. So many comics will be shitting all over cruises because some comics don't like it. They'll be like, fucking cruises. They're all old. They're all whatever. But it's like, nah. With a lot of this, so to answer your question, yes, many ships I'm on, depending on the line. So Holland America is a pretty much older line for a couple of reasons. One, they don't typically do 3 and 4 day trips. They do 7. So who can afford a 7-day trip on a medium level luxury cruise, right?
Yeah.
Who can afford that? Okay, so then you're going to get the people who can afford it, which is retired people. And imagine it's 7 days. So a lot of people get a week from work. Some people get 2. Whatever their job is, the average worker.
Yeah.
Or me every day when I sleep on my job.
Yeah, right. So they gotta have the money to get there, the money to get home, the money for the cruise, and then it's probably gonna be more than 7 days for them getting there wherever they're coming from, unless they live where the ship is taking off, unless they're living at a port. So you got all that shit to factor in on why people would be older on cruises. They have the time, they have the money. Anyways. So, but other lines are more affordable. If you get on a Carnival 3-4 day cruise, the people are younger than all of us, having the time of their life, bugging out, and the cruises are dope. But it doesn't mean that, and then you get on Celebrity, you get a good mix. They're going to be older, they're going to be younger, and a lot of the lines are trying to lean more towards younger people now too. They used to have nights like formal nights, and they're trying to change that shit into like chic nights and like more fun nights where you don't have to get as formal, because they want to bring in more people around our age.
Dude, the dirty little secret about those cruise ships, at least as it relates to the ones that older people like to take, apparently anytime there's they're gone for a week, and there's 3,000-4,000 people on there in their 70s, man, 2 or 3 motherfuckers die, son. They just keep them on the boat until they dock.
If not more. 100%. 100% accurate. And
also, that's probably a good way to get rid of your wife if you're tired of dealing with her shit. Just throw her over.
That happens too. Husbands too. Motherfuckers get pushed over. It's not like Oh yeah, listen. Look. Man, he's laughing. 100% true. There's just like hiking is a good way to get rid of a significant other. Apparently. If you're in the middle of the ocean,
You've
heard. I've heard. Yeah. I've watched a lot of Dateline and all this other shit. The cruise ship is one of those ways. But yeah, people die. I mean, imagine you're taking a lot of older people that have whatever ailments they have, and you bring them to one central location. You think you're not going to lose some? One? Yeah, man. I mean,
but it's just creepy to think that there's a morgue on a vacation boat. You know what I'm saying?
Would it be creepier if it was your grandmother or grandfather, and they were like, yeah, they died, so we just fucking threw them overboard? What would be creepier to think?
Listen, I'm an environmentalist. The fish got to eat, son.
Randy's all about making the food chain consistent.
Yeah, man. And do you know how expensive? Do you know how expensive a funeral is in this fucking country, man? Fucking throw that thing in the let the sharks have it.
Oh shit, man!
Say a little prayer, and fucking toss them.
I swear you would never know when you're on a ship, though. You would not. You have no idea. But people who have sailed a bunch, they know that, and that's what happens, man. And I think other people too, just like. Anywhere people die. I used to work at Disney World, man, and people would
no shit.
When was nobody
this?
at Disney.
Whoa, when was this?
College, man. I did the college program at Disney, so I was there for a semester.
Oh no shit.
Used to work at the park and shit.
What were you like? You fucking Mickey Mouse? What were you doing over there?
Yeah. I was Tinkerbell. I was a criminal justice major, so I was like the security. I shadowed the security and stuff. I was with them, and then I worked at Space Mountain.
Oh,
so I used to work at Space Mountain. When they first came out with this thing at Disney World called Fast Pass, that was the year I was there. 99 to 2000. That's when I was there.
Yo, that
reminds me of Beverly Hills Cop 3. Remember that?
Yeah, son. the forgotten Beverly Hills Cop. I remember that shit.
Right.
I forget the name of that park though. But But that's, fucking Disney World. How's you really had a fucking 1,000 jobs I don't even know about, son. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. And they say nobody dies at Disney, but that's bullshit because they just take you outside the park real quick. So like on the park grounds, Disney owns everything. So they just roll your ass out and they're like, nobody dies at Disney. That's the thing they say, nobody dies at Disney. But I seen people
just like Paul Pierce when he rolled his ankle in the finals. They just rolled him out and he came back.
Yeah, so they put you on a golf cart and drive you outside the fucking the parking lot.
Get you outside the walls.
And kick you out while the thing's moving. Yeah, kick you out while the thing's moving.
Don't pronounce him. Get him outside the thing. Get you out. They'd be like, he died at 11:58.
Yo, son, I got to tell you, that fucking fast pass is I don't want to say it's a ripoff because obviously you get on the rides faster. But bro, I went to fucking Universal. I think I told you this, Chase, a while back, maybe on the podcast. I went to Universal Studios when I first moved out here to LA, and I got the same thing. And if you just walk up to the window to like buy a ticket, because Universal Studios is literally fucking 2 miles down the road from me, so we just walked up like on a Tuesday afternoon at like fucking 1 o'clock. Like, let's go, walk around Universal and kick it for a bit. Just to get in the park, it's like without any of those package deals that you get, like if you're renting a hotel or whatever, this other bullshit. If you like with Amex member, just like the raw ticket's like $175, and then they bang you for another $200 for the fast pass per person, son. So you're talking about a family of 4, son. You're spending like fucking $1,500 to get in there.
That's so funny, man. I mean, wow. I was there when they made it. So, and this was Disney, not Universal. So being there, what they did was initially there was no charge. The only charge to you was to get there ahead of time. You had to get there, grab one from the machine. You had to walk to the ride you wanted to go to, click the machine, and it would tell you a time frame to come back. So only people could come back at that time that had that ticket.
I see.
There was no charge, and I still don't know if Disney charges because Universal and Disney are different. People put them together all the time. Yeah.
But the way they do it at Universal, they make you buy like the fast pass when you're going in, and there's a separate line on every ride for the fast pass, so you can just blow by everybody.
Oh, so that shit's like fast pass on the highway for real.
Yeah, exactly, son. They put you in the fast
lane. Pay for it and shit. Yeah, that's
fucking
funny.
$200 a head, son. I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit, man? I almost signed up. I think I signed up and canceled a credit card that week because it was like somebody standing there like, oh, we'll give you free fast pass if you sign up for this shit. So I put a bunch of
I'll sign up.
Yeah. I put a bunch of fake information on there and told them to go fuck themselves, and they gave me the fast pass.
But yo, let me go back to one thing.
All right.
We're talking about the cruise ships and shit, and talking about getting off and doing excursions and stuff. Something that got me hip to, like, even when I go to other places, like I always try to get like the food, or I try the whatever the local drink is. I try to do this thing when I go to these different cities and stuff. Somebody who got me hip to that was like, I remember I was watching this interview with Bill Burr one time, and he was just talking about his thing was when he goes to these different cities, he loves to check out ballparks, man. He loves to go to the football stadiums.
Jeff loves doing that.
And baseball parks.
Jeff does that shit too, son. I've been like fucking 20 baseball games with him doing that shit. Just something to do during the day,
Yeah, so he says even if he doesn't go to a game, he wants to check out the stadium. He wants to go there so he can be like, I did something that day. I didn't just sit in my room and jerk off all day. And so once he was saying that, it just kind of got me, like enticed me. Like I like that shit. So I like if I don't want to go look at all the stadiums, I don't really care like that about the stadiums. But I want to go see some landmarks. I want to go. I want to go like, if I'm in Seattle, I'm gonna go down to the market. I'm gonna go to the pier. I'm gonna watch them throw and catch fish. I'm gonna get some fucking Dungeness crab. I'm gonna go have some wine. I'm gonna go bug out.
Stop lying, son. Stop lying, son. You're just going to see the strip clubs in every town, son. Come on. I know.
No, I do that too. I find those too. Yeah. I've been in some shady strip clubs for sure. I've been in some strip clubs, and I think like, oh my God, I've been in some in West Virginia where it's just like truckers just come through. You know what I mean? I've been in some where you're like, yo, what the fuck? Where you go to the
What's the grimiest one you've been in? What's like what the fuck is going on here? Like you walked in and it was
okay. I'll tell you. 2 crazy grimy ones. I don't even remember the states, but it might have been like I don't know. I was in the middle of the country somewhere. These streets are fucked up. Like you go in. One of them I went in. I was in there and I was like, yo, it was bananas. And in the back, there's paper towels in the bed. There's paper towel rolls. Where you get your private dances at? There's paper towel rolls.
Oh, no,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
And I remember being there at one point. I was like, can I put my hand on myself? She was like, what do you think the paper towels are for? I was like, oh, this shit's crazy right here.
Oh, no, son. They got wet naps in there for you?
I've been in one like that. I've been in another one where I'm sitting there and the girl came up. She's dancing. and she was dancing, yo, and she body looked great, whatever. Her shoes were too big. Her fucking shoes were slightly like she had on her mom's shoes or some shit. Or like, you know, cause like, you know, she's dancing and her feet just keep coming out. They're like, bloop, bloop. She was wearing some fucking wedges. You know what I mean? Some peep toe wedges. Who the fuck dances in peep toe wedges? First of all
right.
No, nothing strippery, right?
I love that Corey knows the foot gamer. He knows what kind of shoe she had on and shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of women that listen to this. They'll appreciate that shit.
I know. There are a lot of women that appreciate it, but that also just, you know, tips people off that you got a little foot thing going on, which is cool.
Oh, I do. You could only see two of her toes, and then her heels were coming out, and her heels were all raw in the back on her Achilles because the shoe was too big, and it would just kept rubbing back there. Yo, it was annoying the shit out of me. And she'd be walking across, and going clook, 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 clook. She'd be lifting up her feet, so she would just push her feet along. Yo, it was the craziest shit. But her body looked good. And then when she smiled, yo, I swear on my life, I've never seen anything like this. Her shits were all like an alligator. Like everything was jagged, and it was all like they all looked like the dentists have shaved down her teeth, painted them brown, and left them in a point. Like she had caps that needed to go on all of her teeth, like an alligator,
like a fucking werewolf.
Yo, it was scary as fuck. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh shit. And then another one of the, it was shady strippers. They were very shady. So another stripper came and sat next to me when I was sitting at the stage looking at this monster. And she's like, hey, yeah, she's doing that. And then the other stripper sat next to me. She's like, ugh, that bitch is ugly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just talking, usually just shitting on her. And I was like, yo, this is so crazy right here. It was so grimy. I've never seen anybody who looked like that in the mouth. Like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. That's what she looked like.
Was this in West Virginia?
I don't know if that was West Virginia or somewhere in PA, or it was somewhere out there. I don't know. Because after a while, I'm going to tell you this. Shit starts to run together.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to so many of these places and sometimes I've been back multiple times to like these areas where I'll be like, and then like around the world, as you start going, you're like, man, you see a parking lot, you see an Applebee's, you see a Sally's Beauty Supply. You see a fucking... Yo, that shit be running together. You know what I mean? Depending on where you are, you'll see a Bojangles. Now Chick-fil-A is everywhere. You see Chick-fil-A, you see a line. You be like, this reminds me of somewhere else. I don't know. Like, I can't remember. And then I just like, was I here? Was that, you know? So... It just
Randy,
together, bro.
Doesn't that remind you, Randy, that time that we went to Ohio? Wasn't there like places like that everywhere?
Oh,
like those strip
man.
malls?
Yeah. If you like the Funny Bones are like that. Like the Funny Bones, they must have a deal with whatever real estate agent runs these strip mall, like these outdoor malls. But then every one of them, son, there's always a Bar Louie. You know, there's always the Chili's. You know, you got the Dave and Buster's. And I swear to God, you can't tell the Albany Funny Bone from the fucking Dayton Funny Bone. I mean, it's the same shit.
Fuck your brain up. Fucks your brain up. You're like, okay, there's an Outback or a Texas road. Like, there's some steakhouse.
Yes,
some
son.
generic ass steakhouse.
A steak and shake. You got a steak and shake and a Waffle House. Yeah, exactly, son. Exactly.
Always, bro. Everywhere. And so everywhere you go, you see that, and you're like, yo, it like bugs me out. I'm like, was I here? You know what I'm saying? And I'll be at the hotel, and of course the hotels. It's not like the hotels aren't so different if it's the same
just staying
name or whatever. You know?
Yeah, you're at the fucking the Hampton Inn or whatever. Dude, and that's one of honestly, I feel like doing those type. I love the Funny Bones. I love those areas because I feel like if you're the comedy show, you're the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if the next best thing is a steak and shake, you're going to have a pretty good night. People are going to come out to the show and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because their other option is sitting at Chili's, having a 2 for $20, looking at their stupid girlfriend for the 1,000th time. just wanted to mush her face in the mashed potatoes, driving you crazy.
One thing I want to touch on with Corey is that Corey, during the pandemic, found ways to be creative. And one of the things that I believe Corey was doing, Corey created, which is pretty cool, that I thought was pretty cool, was a show for kids, ideally, right, Corey?
Yeah, kids show.
Oh, no wonder I didn't hear about it. If it ain't for me, because I follow you on Instagram. I don't know you're doing kids shows now.
Yeah. No, I do it on. I was doing it on Facebook Live for a while. I did like 80 episodes, 78 episodes that my son and I did on Facebook. We were doing Facebook Live every night, and it was pretty dope, man. We just I started off doing it by myself, And then he started being like, yo, I want to come do it with you. I want to come do it with you. I was like, nah, I don't know that, it's live. You know what I mean? Like, I got to control the element. And he, he was 5 at the time, He's like, no, come on, Dad, let me do it. So I was like, So eventually I broke and let him do it. And he was good, man. He got chops. My son has chops, man. So he was just ready to go.
How's the show? How's the show format? Like, what do you guys do?
So initially, I would just come down. I would just read books. I would read books, and I would tell a couple jokes. I'd make up a couple jokes. I would make up jokes every show, write a few jokes out, and then I would tell the kids what I would call a secret. I would tell them something that would just be helpful to them throughout life, things that they're gonna learn later that adults haven't necessarily told them yet. I would tell them yo, here's a secret that you might not know yet, right? So I'll give you an example.
I like that. But anyways, I like that.
I would Yeah, so I was starting to do something like that. That was kind of like the format, and then I started having kids. I started having kids call in to tell their own jokes, and then I started having guest readers on, and then I started having guest people come on and tell jokes. So then I had Matt Light came on, Lenny Clark came on. I had a lot of comedians would come on and write jokes at the end, and I was making up all these songs as I was doing it. So then my son and I started making up songs. We started making up jokes, and then all of a sudden, it just turned into a thing, man. So it turned into that whole thing where it just evolved. Probably after 10 episodes, it truly evolved, and eventually I stopped reading books, and we would just improv stories. So we would take a word, someone would give us a word, and we would just improvise a story. Then I start asking kids questions. I have kids call in. I give them prizes. I give their parents tickets to a show if they won, or I'd send the kids books. So some publishing companies, Familius Books, started hitting me up with books, and I would just send the books. I would read the books, and I would send them out to the kids and shit. It was dope, man.
That's dope. You like the Black Mr. Rogers now, son?
Yeah, for sure. LeVar Burton meets Mr. Rogers meets Who's Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. That's what it was turning into.
Yo, Chase, you and I should do a fucking kid show, Chase.
Absolutely. I am not doing a kid's show with you. This is what Randy would do. He would open the book and be like, this book is bullshit.
Yeah, your parents are liars. Santa isn't real. Your hopes and dreams won't come true. I'll hit him with all the real I'll tell him all the secrets up front, son.
It really ended up being dope. And when I say there was a lot of adults actually watching the show, man, commenting and laughing and hitting me up about it and spreading it along. And so what ended up happening was, when I say secrets too, what I would do is I'd say something like this, right? I'd tell the kids something like, just realize that when you go to someone's house, they might not say this to you, but everybody doesn't want you in their refrigerator, opening their refrigerator and opening their cabinets and stuff. Don't just walk into people's houses and start opening things up. They don't like that, even if they don't tell you that right away. It doesn't make them happy.
Nobody told Chase that shit, son.
People don't like that. I'm like, if someone asks you, if someone offers you something, it doesn't mean they always want to give it to you. It doesn't mean you always have to say no, but it's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay. If someone's like, hey, want some of this food that I'm about to eat? Sometimes it's okay to say, no, I'm all set. You don't always have to be like, yes, I'm starving. I was like, just realize that sometimes people are asking you out of politeness. So these are the little secrets that you learn this shit over time in life. Yeah. Most people do. But, it's kind of cool because in the kid's brain, it's funny. So it's funny to them to hear that. You know what I mean? It's funny for the adults to hear shit like that. So I like passing on little.
Yeah, for kids, that's probably funny to them. But for me, after I heard you talk about food and how you should stop, that was more of an intervention for me.
That's one thing I definitely do miss is watch Chase nose around my motherfucking refrigerator. So I bring him to friends of friends' houses. And Chase would be like, yo, is anybody going to eat this cheese?
Friends, you cannot be in a friends of friends refrigerator.
Son. Nah, son.
Freely.
Chase is in there talking about are you guys going to eat the rest of this cheesecake as he's eating the rest of their cheesecakes.
That's beast mode right there. Fuck out of here. I'd be like, yo.
I always will ask, though. I'll ask.
I'd be like, yo, get your boy. What the fuck is going on? Why's your boy in my fridge, dog?
Chase, you would ask, Chase, but you had the food in your hands already, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you backed him into a corner, son. You backed him into a corner.
Yeah.
I did, right? I put pressure on him, right, Randy? You're right. I was a diamond press right after the first score.
Yes, he was going full court press as soon as he saw those leftovers in that son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's not good.
And don't tell Chase, take whatever you want, because he will take everything in that fucking refrigerator. He'll walk out with food, son.
Randy's giving me plenty of things that doesn't even fit me. I still take them.
Chase won't even like it. I don't even like that shit.
Yeah. Randy's a large. I'm a double XL. I'm like, sure, why not? There's no way I'm fitting into a large T-shirt. Like,
Corey, did Chase? I don't know if y'all been hanging out a little bit lately, but did he tell you what happened to him recently? The Chase's recent date with an older woman. Did he tell you this?
No, I haven't heard this story.
Oh, son. Chase, you want to tell it, or you want me to give the quick recap so we can get into the meat of the conversation?
You lead the way, my friend.
All right. So Chase apparently started dating an older woman probably a couple months back now. And when I say older, son, I'm talking about AARP card. You know, collecting Social Security checks.
Oh,
older.
Shit.
Yeah.
We're saying dating or fucking?
No, not dating. It was a one-time thing.
Yeah, so this is a great question, Corey. This is how it went down. She, I don't know how. I guess they met in an Uber, you know, because Chase likes to mix business and pleasure, and she's like, "Oh, you want to come over to my house? I'll make you dinner. I'll make you a big Italian dinner." And of course, I mean, obviously Chase ain't saying no to that meal, so he goes over there, and he's hanging out with this older lady, and he notices in the crock pot the meatballs are in there, but it's cold. She ain't turned it on yet. Yeah, son. So of course Chase's antennas went up, right? They start fooling around, right? She's like, "Oh, come upstairs. I want to try something on." She tries a few things on. They get into whatever. And Chase is like, "Yo, we gonna eat anytime soon?" She's like, "Yeah. We'll eat quick. We'll eat in a minute. I just want to take a bath before we do." So she draws the bath. Chase is already fucking annoyed. So he goes downstairs, gets a Tupperware out of her cabinets, takes the cold meatballs, puts the meatballs in the Tupperware, and fucking dips, son. He dips and then blocks her. He literally robbed this lady of meatballs, bro.
Yo.
Before I just want to say, Corey, before you answer, everything that Randy said, I can assure you, is 100% accurate.
I'm trying to. What the fuck? Wait. So,
yeah,
you and the lady went upstairs. So you mashed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't want to though.
No, that doesn't matter. You did.
I like how he says I didn't want to, but he did it anyway.
Yeah, he didn't want to. Yeah, there's no bearing here with it that you didn't want to. So you put the work in on her, and then she was like, "I'm gonna take a bath," and she put her little nightgown, right, put her slippers, right, little old lady, little Thomas's. Little Tom and Jerry fucking legs, fucking mother's legs. Anyways, slides into the bathroom in her slip, and she fucking gets into the thing. Bro, how old was she? I need to know that, honestly.
Hold on, I took a picture of her license. Hold on, let me see.
Is she over 60? That's a long. Okay.
No, she was not.
That was a long pause. All right, so she's in the upper 50s. That was a long pause.
No, lower 50s, son. Lower 50s, son.
Okay. Revisionist history, son.
Okay. All right, 50s isn't reckless depending on what she looked like. I mean,
things are, you gotta give people time, man.
Yeah, her best days were behind her.
No, she looked good. She looked good.
So you only had to block her on one thing. I mean, she's not on Instagram. So would you talk to her on Facebook? She's only on Facebook or goddamn or eHarmony. She's one or the other.
She's got an AOL.com email account that was hitting her up on.
What did you block her on? AIM? No. What did you block her on?
I was just buying AOL Instant Messenger. That's where she comes from. No, this is the reason why I did it, dude. Yo, bro, she took too long, dog. like for us to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was 3.5 hours. It was like 3 hours until she got into the fucking tub. Like, what am I gonna eat, son?
Yeah, Chase didn't go over there to fuck. He went there to eat. You know what I'm saying? She got it confused.
He went over there to fucking eat. He ain't go over there to just like, hell no. He ain't go over there. He could have picked up a meatball sandwich on the way. Fuck all that. He went over there to get them rocks off, but it was taking too long to fill that belly up.
Exactly.
So he was so salty. Are you gonna at some point go back and just leave the Tupperware on her porch though or some shit, dog?
Yo, you
just
called
clean
it,
the
son.
Tupperware and leave
You
it.
called it, son. That's exactly what Chase did, son. He just left it. He left the Tupperware. He left the Tupperware on her doorstep with a note that said "Sorry." Son.
That's accurate too.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she just took too long, bro. You can't invite people over for food and it's 3 hours in and you haven't ate food, son. That's mad disrespectful. Where I come from, son.
Yo, the way you vented that anger is crazy.
You could tell the anger in his voice, son. You could hear the anger. Son.
Fucking crazy, bro.
I'm serious, dog.
Yeah, I've never heard some shit. I'm lost. I don't even know what to think about you. Like, I don't even know.
Bro, come on. When you have guests over, do you wait 3 hours to give them food when they know they're coming over to eat?
I mean, no, man, but I mean, you was fucking each other too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then the old lady said she's gonna draw her bath. Did she say draw a bath too, by the way?
Yeah, she put some Epsom salt in that shit, son. Her
that's
bones
what
are
I'm saying.
creaky.
But she laying in there.
Her bones are rickety, son. She needed
She laying in there,
to
fucking
soak.
floating in the tub.
She needed a soak, son. She's old as shit.
Nah, son.
Yo, at what point? All right, tell me this. Be honest with me, Chase.
Yeah.
When she went, like, at what point did you plot it? Did you plot it? Like, how did you know it was time to go down and get the meatballs? Did you hear her slip in? Was she like, Chase, come in here with my back? Or, like, what happened? Or did she just leave you laying on the bed?
The moment that I realized that I was going to go down and take the meatballs was the moment that I walked in the house the first time and saw the meatballs cold, son.
He was plotting from Jump Street, man. He was like, yo, I got to figure out how to get these meatballs. I'm swear to God, Corey, I think he fucked it for the meatballs, son. I've never met a man that'll fuck for a meatball sub until Chase did.
Man,
bro, I didn't eat all day. Son.
Bro, you passed 5 or 6 or 8 restaurants on your way to this lady's house. Fuck that. You went over there to fuck. Why are you make it seem like it's about these meat, like she's some gourmet meatball making lady or something?
Bro, that's what she was coming off as to me.
Oh my God!
It was like, yo, I'm Sicilian. I make the best meatballs. Yo, she's OG pussy be catching niggas, son. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I told Chase I was impressed. I said, women of the younger generations can take some notes from this fine older lady, because you offer a man a good meal, a good home cooked meal. It's hard to pass up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come to my house. I'll make you. I know if some Puerto Rican chick's like, hey man, I'll make you some fucking rice and beans. Come over. I'm like, yo, I mean, worst case scenario, I'm getting rice and beans, right?
Why did we go to a Puerto Rican chick for the rice and beans?
Well, whoever, son, whatever the fuck.
No, I don't know.
A Polish girl with some brats. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want, son.
They just immediately just attach the race to the food.
Well, no, Chase said she was Sicilian.
Anybody could be making you some fucking rice and beans.
No, but Chase said this was a Sicilian chick, and she's like
Sicilian with meatballs.
She's known for her meatballs, and she's known for her meatballs. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she's known about town.
She's known for her meatballs from an Uber. She's known for her meatballs all over Uber. We've been talking about them meatballs. The fuck out of here! Your dick is known to nut. That's what the fuck you went over there for, and then she had meatballs.
Nah, I'm telling
crazy,
you,
dog.
I don't lie on la comida, son.
Chase is breaking out in Spanish, son.
Food is
that is just I think that is I'm lost, man. I don't even know. Like I can't. So you block the lady, and then now you just. That's just it. Now you just
you
unblock her yet?
Whoa! That's the longest relationship Chase ever had, right there. 3.5 hours, son. That's that might have been true love for that 3.5 hours.
It was bound for us to the breakup.
So was this like planned to like go back to this lady's house, or were you dropping her off and she was like, "Come on in"?
No. This is what happened. I picked her up one time. Well, I picked her up one time. She was coming actually from the hospital.
She had the gout, son. She had the.
Yes.
Yo. Oh my God. Why was she?
She's coming from the hospital. What is wrong with this lady, son? Like I said,
you're getting the prime ribs right there.
She's getting her hunchback worked on. She's getting her fucking tail.
I was coming from my appointment.
Yeah, she's getting her fucking tail clipped.
All right. Let's focus. Let's focus, gentlemen. Let's focus.
Let's get back to Corey.
So I picked her up from her original destination, and I'm dropping her to her house.
Sciatica.
She was at the podiatrist getting a fucking bunion removed.
Bitch was getting a colonoscopy. Oh, that's not for dudes and shit. I don't know. Is that for dudes? Can girls get
two ingrown toenails?
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know what the heck. I don't know what she came from, but she definitely was. Okay, so anyways, right? We were talking. She was really cool. She took down my number, and she texted me like a couple days later, and we were texting for like maybe like a week, and then she was like, "Yo, I can make you meatballs for your birthday," because it was around my birthday week.
Mm-hmm.
She was coming off like, she came off like she's the big dog of like making meatballs, son. I had to taste her meatballs, son.
Well, you know something? Can I say this, man? Like, I love thinking like always the after effects of shit. I love the fact that you don't realize what you've done. You don't realize that whenever she calls for an Uber now, she cancels so many Ubers trying to ping you. Do you realize how many times she's like, cancel trip, cancel trip, cancel trip, just hoping that she sees your face like, oh shit. She's going to the neighbor's house, pinging her shit from the neighbors.
I hope, Corey, I hope you're wrong, son, because I hope she gets back in his car one day and they have
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying she's getting the wrong Ubers and she's canceling the trip, trying to ping Chase.
Okay, I
she
thought you were trying to avoid him.
Doing it. Yeah. She wants to get back in. She's going to the neighbor's house. She's going to different locations to get picked up. So Chase doesn't know it's her location. She's trying to get you to get her back in there again.
I will say that.
Meatballs? Was it the bath? Was it the... What did I say?
She's going to hit him with the chicken parm next time. He's going to blow his mind.
Oh, my God. I did send her a text, and I did apologize to her, though.
You unblocked her, sent a text, and then blocked her again?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's exactly what I did. Actually, to be honest with you, I told her I apologize. Hopefully you're not upset.
He did the best he could.
I had a seizure and I had to leave. That's exactly what I texted.
I had a seizure and I had to leave.
This motherfucker got the most controlled seizures.
I know, right? I could drive while having a seizure. I had to get out of the house.
I swear to God, that's what I texted.
I stole your Tupperware during my seizure. Got those meatballs. I had to get the fuck out of there during my seizure.
Yeah, man. I'm just.
Maybe we can both meet back up at the hospital sometime. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was such. Yeah, that was a stupid. I don't know why I did it, but I did it.
Oh man, I haven't heard anything that weird in a minute, man. That's
a Chase Abel original right there, son.
Yeah,
that one. I think we posted a clip of that like a month ago, man. The internet went wild. They were like, "What the fuck is wrong with Chase?" They thought he was the wildest motherfucker on the planet. Like, wait a minute.
You know, Chase gave all of his info when he met her, though. You know, she heard it. He's like, we got a podcast.
Oh, yeah. She's listening to this.
No.
Please, son. You always push the podcast in the car. Son.
You always push everything.
She's listening to this.
Push everything. Ready, set, blow. She's Google ready, set, blow.
She's listening to this right now, fuming that she can't get her words in, son. We should have her on as a guest, son. On the strength. So
oh, my God. That would be the dopest one ever right there.
You know what? Jeez, if we were a family, I'd be looking at you guys from the jury, you snitches. You guys will throw me to the waters.
Of course, son. I mean, so with a story like that, Chase, you did it to yourself, man.
I don't know what's wrong. I was hungry, son.
Wait. Fuck that. No. Chase fucks up every saying. This dude, he says them so frequently, Randy, you don't even hear him. Chase said, you guys would throw me to the waters. He meant the wolves.
I know.
He doesn't even know he meant the wolves.
Yo, you know what?
This motherfucker just says anything. He goes, you guys would throw me to the waters. To the waters.
I know, son. He's back on the boat references. Son, you're right. You're right, Corey. We're almost 250 episodes in, son. Now I'm just getting used to him. Like,
you're used.
I heard that, but I know what he meant, so I let it slide. I heard that. I knew what he meant by it, and I let it slide. But you're right. He definitely fucking butchered. That's 2 for this episode, son. He started off.
Let that shit slide. I can't. He says them like it's his 8th language. I don't fucking understand. I do not understand how he just mixes these shits up. He goes, you guys would be. He took so long to say that if we were a family, we'd be on the jury or some shit. You guys would throw me on the jury. He was like muttering through that point, trying to remember what the jury was called. He was like, you throw me to the jury. Then he was all fucked up. You guys would just throw me to the waters. I was like, what the fuck is Chase talking about?
What was the one he said last time you were on? He said a good one. I'm fucking drawing a blank. I wish I listened to the episode before this one. He said some shit.
I can't even remember. I can't even remember.
I'll find it because I'm pretty sure I have the video somewhere because it's episode like 119. I think I might have that video somewhere. It's glorious. I forget.
I told you one of his classics. His classics that I told you before is the early bird gets the storm.
That's the one, son. That's it. Yeah. He said yes.
The early bird gets the storm. He just says words that rhyme with the right words. He has no idea what the saying is. And he said it. I said, yo, when he said that to me one day, I said, yo, man, you just said the early bird gets the storm. He goes, yeah. He acted like that was the right shit. He still didn't know.
Like you're an asshole for bringing it up. Like you're an asshole for bringing it up.
He still didn't hear that it was a problem. He was like, yeah. Early bird gets the storm. I said, the fuck, Chase, that's nothing. That's not a thing.
He said, but if you say it with confidence, Chase, you might be able to pass it off every once in a while.
I think you do to some people. I don't think they know. I think they're just like, I guess that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Possibly, man. Maybe people just let me just talk stupidly. Like, I don't know. Like,
I think they know what you mean. Like, of course you say, right. Oh, you guys are just going to throw me to the waters. I know what it meant. I mean, you pluralized. You made waters.
Yeah, here. To go back to your kids, to go back to the kids programming. Chase is a little secret, people are being polite to you when they know you're saying some dumb shit. When you're saying some shit backwards, they're just being polite. Sometimes people say "Have a nice day." They don't really mean it. They're just being, pleasant.
Yeah, they're just being polite.
Right.
Oh shit!
Every time, son.
That's just funny,
man. Wow. I mean, none of what you said was not true. Like everything was true. But I'm doing better, But if you break that particular phrase down, guys, in my defense, okay, throw me to the waters. Okay, in most cases, that's not going to mean anything to anyone. But if you break it down technicality wise, it does make sense.
A lot of the things you say, well, except early bird gets the storm. I mean, a lot of them do make sense. I mean, but it's like, it's not what you meant to say right there. Like land water, you know what I'm saying? Like
land water.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
You say, you know what? It's like a beach. It is a beach. It's like a beach.
Well, when he said it, I was like, is he only like to swim in rivers and lakes? Is he talking about fresh water? That was my first thought. Nah, I like water and get to by land. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he goes, you can see the land from the water. You can see it all right there. Yeah,
that's what I meant, son. That's what I meant. See, you know what the fuck I meant. So what the fuck's the problem, son?
Shit, bro. Just renaming stuff. That's fucking great.
Man, I got to go back and listen to all 250 episodes and get all the Chase-isms out. It's gonna take me a year, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to do it. It's just too good.
Randy, tell me this, man. What has it been like for you, bro? What have you been? You've been rolling with Jeff, man. You guys been holding it down. What's that been like?
The same as before. I mean, obviously last year there wasn't that many dates that we were able to go on the road. But Jeff, to his credit, didn't give a fuck. Even before he got COVID and got immune, he didn't give a shit. He's like, if I get it, I get it. I have to work. So last year, a couple months, we went out like in the summer when things started to open up, especially outdoors. So we did like Arizona and Texas. And then there was another dry spell, but since January, he's been going back out. Did Florida a few times, went out to Indianapolis, going to St. Louis this weekend. So it's been good to get that work in there and to stay, somewhat fresher than a lot of other comics who don't get the time. But the nice part is, I was going to mention that early because we were talking about cruise ships and shit. I feel like a lot of like old dog road comics complain about being on the road, but I fucking love it, and so does Jeff. So like, being able to go back out, especially now that I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm not worried about anything or getting anybody else sick or anything like that. It feels much better because I like being out on the road. Even like I said, just without comedy, like I like doing road trips. I like going to different cities, checking places out. Like you were talking about going on cruise ships and making the most of it. So I always like doing that, and being able to combine it with comedy is obviously the best. So it's nice to start getting back out there again. Thank God. It was dry for a while, but. I can tell you this, man. I don't know if you've done any shows since restrictions have been lifted, but people are excited to be back outside, man. I mean, if you're bombing at a comedy club now, fucking quit. just quit comedy because people are amped to be outside.
Pretty much, yeah. You got another little window. I've been doing it long enough now that people don't even want to keep hearing about you being like, I'm out the house. Like it's like, okay, it's been out enough now. I've been doing enough shows now. They don't want. They've been out a little bit now. You know what I'm saying? It's like old now to be like, I'm out. Finally I'm out. It's like, you out already.
Oh, I give him, I do 90 seconds up front about it, and just get it out the way. Talking about, the coronavirus pandemic and all that bullshit.
No, I'm saying all that is still fair game. I'm just talking about specifically people saying they left the house and like whatever. It's just because I've been out there for a while now. Yeah. And so like you've been hearing people like, you hear it's like over and over. So some clubs you go to now, they're like, I think like some clubs they'll be like, hey, don't make it a big deal that the people are here. Like it's just, let's just get right to it. Yeah. Let's get to it. They've been some of the people are repeat.
Yeah. Right. It's also regional, right? I mean, like Florida, they never give a fuck in the first place. But like Boston, I'm sure people.
So Florida specifically is what I was talking about. Was in Key West. Dustin has a room. And I guess Dustin's been some of the comics they come. They're like, "Oh man, I'm out the house." He's like, "Hey man, they've been out, man. Don't." You don't gotta do this shit.
I can see that's so funny, especially in Tom Dustin's voice. Like,
they've been out.
They've been out.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. Well, how'd you deal with the pandemic? Because I know you got kids and everything. Were you nervous and all that? Because I haven't spoken. Dude, we haven't spoken in over a year, my man. I mean, like it's been a grip.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute, brother. No, not necessarily, Randy. I really wasn't extra cautious. I've been working a lot, man. I do a lot of Zoom, and other than that, man, I still been working, man. I filmed a special during this shit.
That's right. That's last time I saw you.
I did.
Last time I saw you was in LA.
Nashville. I did the Mike Huckabee show. I went out and did that during the pandemic. I did between that and then I just did some colleges. I was traveling to some colleges. So like, I kind of at areas that were like whatever. So I went, I still was getting it in and then a lot of Zoom.
Can you get this? Because I know you filmed the special for Epics, right?
Yeah.
Is it available anywhere like right now, like the download or the stream?
Oh yeah. Amazon Prime. If you can peep it on Prime. You go there because it's on Epics, but on Amazon Prime it comes up. And,
nice. Because that was the last time I saw you. You were in town for a night. And we got fucking drunk and stoned in here.
Yeah. Look, we had a good.
We had a hotel room having a good time, night. Laughing.
Yeah, dying, laughing at Chase.
Oh yeah,
most of the night, making Chase-isms that night.
I wasn't even there. Y'all laughing at me?
Yeah, dog. Yes, because the shit you be saying is crazy. We were dying.
Yeah, well, because what it was, Chase is our friend Rachel was there that evening. And Rachel's a big fan of Chase's Instagram Live. Yeah. I don't know if you've been on Chase's Instagram Live, Corey, or if you've peeped that at all. But
I peeped it. Yeah. When Chase just looks at you.
Oh yeah. Oh nah, son. It gets even better. He's falling asleep on his Instagram Live. Son, he lit his couch.
That's just him squinting, dog. That's him squinting. He ain't asleep.
Nah, son, he's sleeping. Son, he's fucking out. You know Chase, motherfucker. I've seen him fall asleep in the middle of a set. He got too comfortable on the stool and fucking nodded off.
Yeah, man. When I'm tired, man, it's a wrap.
Did you see? I think I still have the video on my phone. I gotta send it to you, Corey. Chase, maybe I'll cut it into this for the clip when Chase lit his couch on fire on Instagram Live.
Oh my god!
Son.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Damn, you did that on live, bro? Please cut that in. I need to see that.
My brother and Rachel simultaneously were like calling me up, like, "Yo, you gotta go on Chase's Live right now, son. He just lit the couch on fire." And I went on, and thank God before, because you got like rewind it a little bit. Thank God before, like, because I don't know if Chase put it on, because I think with Instagram Live you can like post it permanently to IGTV or just disappears. Yeah. I went on and screen recorded the whole thing. Oh man, it is glorious, son. He put one of those hot coals from the hookah in between the couch cushions, and then walked away. But the Live is rolling, so you can see the smoke coming up from the couch.
Oh my god!
Chase comes over with a pan full of water and just pours it all over his couch.
Oh my god!
Right. That was Corey. What I call that? That was a character building night.
Yeah, that was his Fire Marshal Bill, son. He was making a character, son.
That was a mold building night. I hope you got that fucking mold out of the couch.
Oh my god! I don't know what I mean. Well, I know where I'm not sleeping anymore is on the burnt up couch when I come to Boston.
When it's all wet, if that didn't get dried down in the bottom where the springs is at, you making that face, it's gonna be all moldy in there and shit.
I know,
that's
son.
just crazy.
Nah, I sprayed some Febreze. We good, son.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back. There's gonna be a tree growing out of his couch. So.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, Febreze, no problem. You got it.
Yeah, I played some Febreze. We're good.
Yeah, man. Other than that, though, Randy, man, I was kind of working a bunch, bro. To be honest, man, as much as possible. I just was trying to stay ahead of the curve a little bit and trying to keep my chops up between the kids show and these Zooms and getting out a little bit. It was you know.
I saw you do more work with
Corey was big on that, man. For me, like Corey definitely was like on me a lot, just making sure to like be on top of like try to be sharp, work on you can't do shows, but do Zoom shows, do something on Instagram, like start find other ways to be creative because you don't want to stop. You want to be creative.
Do something. You need some sort of outlet. I hear that. I mean, I made some bones fucking during the pandemic, tweeting out jokes and all that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You kept keeping that muscle going was good.
Well,
your whole shit, tweeting and your Insta and all that, keeping that shit rolling is good. The podcast you guys are doing is good. That's all keeping the mouth moving and the brain working. You got to do that shit.
For sure. Keep you from
Some
going
people
fucking
were
crazy.
so depressed, man. They weren't doing that. And it was like, they don't realize they're sinking themselves into a deeper depressive state by not exercising where they're best at and working out that muscle that they have. You don't use that fucking creative muscle, man. That shit will drag you down.
Absolutely, son.
For sure.
Absolutely. And I was going to ask, are you all vaccinated and everything? Yeah, you good to go?
I get my second one on Sunday.
There you go. What'd you go? What they end up giving you?
Pfizer.
All right, nice. Chase, you going to get vaccinated? I keep asking, and you're like, yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Why?
I'm good.
It's free. Good. Chase, it's free.
I know it's free, but I'm good, son. I'm good. I'm going to wait. I'll wait a year, and then I'll take it.
I'll wait a year.
So I'll be honest, Randy. I didn't want to take it. I don't want to take it. I don't even like taking an aspirine if I don't have to. I don't like putting anything extra. Right now, I keep rubbing my nose because of my allergies. Like I'm like, I don't want any Claritin right now. I'm like, I can still breathe. Once I'm clogged up completely, I'll fuck with some Claritin. I'm saying that because I enjoy having some alcohol. I enjoy eating an edible here and there. Like I put in what I want to put in. I don't want to put in anything else excess. I'd rather just kind of go through it. So now, that being said, I waited out because I really was curious on what you guys were doing with the vaccine too. Here's the deal. Here's what happened with me. I didn't want to do it because I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm anti-fast vaccine. I'm anti-quick vaccine. I'm anti vaccine that's here so quickly that I'm like, fuck. Now, regardless, people are like, the right scientist said it was whatever. That's fine. I'm cool. I don't give a fuck what anybody's opinions are or whatever. When the iPhone comes out and all this people, the brains behind the iPhone comes out, whenever the first model drops of whatever it is, when they drop it, that should be fucked up. They'd be like, we had to bring it back in and do some tweaks to it. It was a little fucked up with that.
Yeah, a little manufacturer's recall.
All the time with the iPhone. They'd be like, yo, it's all the first one. Sometimes the second one, they always got to do something to it after when they drop it because it's unforeseen things.
Yeah. Because
they don't have the time yet, you know? So we clearly know there's not the time. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Are my arms gonna fall off? You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna be sterile? I don't fucking know. But here's the thing. And I'm not even being funny about it. I'm being dead serious. Why did I make that decision? Because there's a lot of people confused right now. Because I got a whole bucket of friends who are like, fuck that. And then I got other friends like, stick me, baby. They're so excited they're getting stuck. When I was in line getting it, I was like, I was just sitting there like, I don't do this shit. But I wasn't like being sour or whatever to anybody. I just was in there just listening to people. Yeah. And there were people in there like they just won the lottery. They were like, yo, I'm getting that shit. These old ladies,
fucking great, yeah.
So excited. Here's what made me get it. I started weighing it out and I was like, all right, look, here's the thing. If they say I can't work, I can't travel, or if they say I can't work on ships like I want to work on ships, there's a lot of money that I make on cruise ships. If they say they're going to require people on cruise ships to have it, am I going to get it? And I was thinking, yeah, I think I'll have to get it then, right? So if I'm going to get it based on that, I might as well get ahead of the game because most likely that's going to be the case, which I just found out that it is. When the Norwegian opens back up in July, it's going to be the case for people who work on the ships at least, not necessarily people who just join them.
Yeah.
So if that's going to be the case, if my brain, I was thinking, if I'm going to get it when they say that I have to get it, I might as well get the shit now because clearly, morally, I put the money ahead of my life because I'm like, I want to make the money. Fuck, if I die, I die. Because if I really, right? If I really morally felt like this shit could really hurt me or kill me, I shouldn't take it regardless of money or anything else. I should be like, no, religious exempt me. I'm not fucking doing it. If I can't do some other work, I can't do it. I'm Muslim, bitch. I can't take it. I'm not taking it. I'm Hindu. I don't know, whatever. Make me be whatever. I'm not taking it. And so once I decided that, like, I'm going to take it so I have the card so I can maneuver and move freely, then I was like, well, I'll just do it now. That's how I came to that conclusion.
Well, that's why I mean, look, I trust scientists more than I do, some jerk off on YouTube or an asshole at the end of the bar who's giving me his anti-vax thing or that. There's a lot of people out there with no fucking medical history commenting on this shit. So I discount all those. I trust that in general, obviously not all the time, but in general, science is trying to create products that better our lives, so we use them. So I do think that they have that thrust. Like, I mean, like it's in no one's interest to kill everybody because then who they're going to sell their products to. You know what I'm saying? So that's in the back of my mind. But the second thing is what you said. If I can get the vaccine and travel and not have to worry about where I'm going or what I'm doing, I'm getting the vaccine because I want to go do shows. I want to get the fuck out of LA. I want to fly here and there and not get people sick or worry about getting myself sick. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm already second dosed up. I'm good to go. I got mine in early March.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was where I came from. And the funny thing is when people think, I was talking about this last night at an open mic, so I was thinking about it. It's like, motherfuckers are like, one, I told Chase this already, like, I find it funny that people are, the same people that are not worried about coronavirus are worried about the vaccine. I find that's like a very similar correlation. Like if you don't care about, if you're not scared of corona, you are scared of the vaccine. That seems to be a high correlation. But two, my thing is, even if you believe they're trying to kill 90% of the population, that Bill Gates is trying to do this kind of shit and George Soros is behind him, whatever the fuck crazy conspiracy theory you got on it is, if you really believe that, why would you want to survive the zombie apocalypse and be the last, the last 100 million people on the planet trying to fucking, eat an apple out of a can, struggling, fucking trying to avoid zombies eating your face. Why, like, I would want to die immediately if the zombie apocalypse was coming. I don't want to hang around for the fucking demise of civilization. You know what I'm saying? So either way, in my opinion, it was the right move. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's going to kill us all, give it to me first. And if it's gonna work, give it to me first. That was my take. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. I agree with everything you said except the very last part. I want to live. I don't give a fuck. I'll eat apples out of a can. I want to fucking be. I want to be here fucking my life away. Just
you just fucking dead bodies.
No, man. There's gonna be some other alive people. I'll be in Bill Gates' family, Corey Gates. I don't give a fuck. Change my shit. Let's go together. I don't give a fuck. Give me a motherfucking Xbox and let's do this shit. I'm just saying. But I agree with all the other stuff you said, except like, I know you half joking at the end there too, but like I absolutely agree, and that's kind of like my take. That's kind of my take as well. And there's one more thing that I thought, and I was like, you know what? I've taken creatine in fucking high school. Shit wasn't FDA approved.
Dude, I've taken drugs with strangers on the road, son.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? I've smoked with some random person. Like whatever. They're like, it's weed. Is it? Is it?
Yeah, right. Why does it smell like fucking bug spray?
Right. So I'm like, and that shit wasn't FDA approved, and it's like I know this has the emergency approval right now, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm just hoping that they're not taking everybody out. And my other thing is this. So one of the other things, anybody who really has been thinking about this, one of the things I thought was like, okay, so Pfizer is the one that they gave. It was the first one out, so it's the one that many of the medical professionals got. Most medical professionals have Pfizer. That's what they took.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to somebody who was like trying to tell me don't get it. I'm talking to them about it. I'm like, all right, well, do you think they're killing all the doctors and all the nurses and everybody, just taking them out? The ones that did take it, you think they're just killing them? And they're like, well, they probably not really taking it. And I was like, all right. But let's say they are. Do you think the plan is to kill all? Because we're fucked. You're just going to kill all the doctors and all everybody like that. Yeah, so that was my other thing where I was like,
politicians got it first. You think they want to die? And also, like, dude, by the time I took it, 30 million Americans got it, son.
Right.
Not a one drop dead. You know what I'm saying? So like,
well, I don't know. No, I think some did.
Whatever. Even if 1,000 drop dead, so
I don't know. Even if 1,000 drop dead, the numbers are still work.
Yeah, that's one in 30. That's one in 300,000 people, son. I'll take my chance. I wasn't first. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandma and grandpa took it first, and they're still here, so I'm up.
Right. No, fair enough. You got odds. You got, like, you know what I'm saying? You got robbery odds in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like one out of, whatever type of odds, depending on your location, depending on where you're at, So, Chase, your face looks like fuck all that. What are you thinking?
I ain't taking that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, the only thing he's taking is a motherfucker's meatballs on the way out of the house.
Those meatballs weren't FDA approved. Cold meatballs will fuck you up more than this vaccine. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That's what I was mad. Now you know why I took the meatballs, bro. Because how you gonna serve? You can't. She was mad disrespectful. B.
He's really hurt about this, son. He's like 4 weeks in a row we bring this shit up.
Do you think
the crock pot wasn't even on, bro? The crock pot wasn't on. How did the crock pot not on, son?
What did you say? It's not on.
I looked. It wasn't on. It's like it wasn't plugged in.
No, I know. But did you say like we should put it on?
Yes, and she didn't.
Oh yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, so she was.
The story when you started telling it, I just gotta say, it sounded like she was gonna try to kill you. That like the setup was the meatballs, but you were gonna die while you were there or something. Yeah, like, she's like, come on upstairs.
Her husband's gonna show up or some shit. It was, she was. That's the thing. She was holding him hostage with meatballs, and he ended up stealing the meatballs and running. Son, it was like Mission Impossible. You know what I'm saying? She was.
No, I didn't come to play games. That's all.
Chase, what would have to happen for you to get the vaccine? Like, what's your like all jokes aside, not being funny, no nothing. What's your what's your liberties to being taken away to the point where you're like, oh yeah, I'd get it based on that, or no, I wouldn't get it.
I'm basing it on time. That's the only thing I'm basing it on. So I want to give it more time. I want to see more evidence that people are still okay after a certain amount of time when they took it. So I think a fair amount of time for me is a year, and then I'll take it at that point.
Right. Now, if there's something that comes up that you want to do within that year, would your time change? Meaning, like,
yeah,
I don't know, like you take trips to Cali, you've been going to Cali. If they're like, yo, man, you're gonna have to get it to get on the plane.
Well, that's another thing too. I think also, part of it too is like, the way they're doing it. They're kind of taking away people's choice to like, they're kind of taking away people's certain like choices, and I don't like that either. You know what I mean? Like if I don't want to take the vaccine, like why do I have to take the vaccine? Why are you punishing me because of you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. But if it comes down to the point where they're forcing people, then yeah, I guess you got no choice, right?
Right. But I'm not saying they're forcing. They're just taking away privilege. They're taking away.
You can't work unless you get that's what some employers are saying. Like you're not allowed back to work unless you get vaccinated.
Right. And I think that it's just I don't know. When you start telling when you start telling people what they should do, or else, I think that's when things start to get tricky.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We start telling people don't like being told what to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's, so I think even though I don't totally always agree with it at times, but I think you still have to live by the laws of like what we're governed by.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chase is in a demographic that is disproportionately hit. He's been driving for Uber. He took up Brazilian jiu-jitsu in the middle of the pandemic, rolling around with other men in a sweaty gym. I mean, I'm surprised. Like I said 1,000 times. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten it yet.
Well, I said that in the very beginning when it was actually super scary. I was like, bro, chill, man. He was like, yo, I'm fine, dog. I'm fine. Yo, you want to get up? I was like, nah, I'll talk to you, man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill my kids.
He was like, yo, you want to chill? I was like, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was like, bro, you still driving with motherfuckers in the car? He goes, man, I'm good, man. He goes, I've been out here. He's like, I got one person today, man. It's been a bad time. Because, it was like Uber was slow to the motherfucker for a while.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, yo, I got one now. Oh, shit. He was like, hold on. Yo, I got somebody right now. And, you ever be talking to Chase when someone gets in the car or Uber? He'll be talking regular. He'll be like, yo, I told these motherfuckers. I was like, what?
Yes, son.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just on a phone call, okay? Yeah, cool. Is that cool? Good. Yeah, so I'm like, yo, bitch, I told every fucking body. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, son.
I'm like, you still got somebody in the car? He's like, yeah. I'm good, though. I'm good. I told him I'm on the phone.
Son, one time he offered to give me a ride. Son, one time he offered to give me a ride while he was driving for Uber. He's like, yeah, just get in the front seat. I'll drop them off, then drop you off. And I'm like, I was like, son, if it's not an Uber pool, they're gonna think it's weird. Two dudes are in the car. If some woman shows up, she's like, oh, well, I'm definitely gonna get abducted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like the Me Too movement happened 3 years ago, son. You gotta calm that shit down, man.
Nah, man. I just take care of my peoples. I take care of me, man. You're right. That's all. Like I ain't wait. You got to accept my peoples too, son. That's how it goes.
It's a party in the car, son. It's fucking bugging, son. Oh man, hey, I saw you've been doing stuff with Trace Gattos too. How are those guys doing? What kind of project you got with them?
Good, man, real good. We just shot this short that we had. We also did a short right before all the COVID shit, and then we shot a movie during it. So the short came out really good, man. This thing called Rope-a-Dope. And it's a real good short film, man. We started posting it and putting it in places and stuff like that. So it did
how long is the runtime of that?
Huh?
How long is the runtime of that? How long is it?
Oh, that's just like 8 minutes.
Okay.
8 minutes, yeah, it's a short one. And then we actually shot a feature film with a lot of us in it called Salesman, and that has like Orlando, myself, Kenny Rogerson, there's a lot.
Kenny Rogerson. Wow, yeah. Kenny Rogerson.
All the heroes.
Lot of comedians in there. A lot of comedians in that one.
That's one thing I didn't get to do before I left Boston that I'm bummed about, because Rob did reach out to me like twice. He's like, hey, do you want to come, to have a small part in this or that? And I was like, yeah. And then he told me the shoot date, and it was always like a Saturday or a Sunday, because I think he had a day job at that point. Yeah. And I was on the road. I was like, fuck, man. So I never got a chance to pop in on one of those. But it looks like a good time. And obviously, like I said, the cool part is, I mean, even if obviously those guys do a great job with all the stuff they put together, but I feel like it'd be fun just to work with all those fucking legends, and all the and all my Boston comedy friends, like they don't bring on fucking assholes onto their set. So
right. Yeah, they're pretty good, man. Those dudes they're really good, man. Really good at what they do. They're gonna be big. They're gonna be big. I feel like they're gonna be big, like back in the day, Gats is talking about Rick Rubin and all these other dudes, and before they were big.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we teamed up with this guy and that guy. Those dudes are nice. They're nice at what they do. Like, so it's just a matter of time, and then like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, man.
It's good.
So how's the home life, son? After spending a year with the wife and kids, son, the kids are at home, or the kids were home for most of it. Are you done? Are you ready to get back on the road and be like...
Like both, man. Yeah, for sure. This was a blessing and a curse. I mean, last year was going to be my busiest year to date, for sure. But it was okay, man. I got to spend so much time with my little dudes, man.
Yeah, how old are they now? They said what are they, 6 and 3? How old are they now?
6 and 3. 6 and 3. Yeah. So I got to spend a lot of time with them, and that was a really big. It was good, man. It was just good. There's nothing negative I can say about that.
Every time I talk to Corey, man. Every time I talk to Corey on the phone, he's always like. He's always a dad. There's always like kids in the background. He's always like doing multiple things. He's always like, and like he could talk to you about some serious stuff, but he could just be like, "Hey, 1 second," and be like, "Hey, stop over there." And come back.
I remember one time, like right before I was leaving Boston, he came over to pick up some weed. Because I always had extra weed lying around and still do. And he's like, yeah, come go in your hallway. I got my kids in the car. I was like, yeah. I was like, Corey, I wasn't suggesting we smoke weed in the car with your kids. I'll just hand you the bag and you could go do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, I was like, come downstairs, man. I got my son with me. You know what I mean?
And what are their names again? The two whitest names for two black kids I ever heard in my life. What are their names?
It's Kinston and Caton. I wouldn't necessarily call them white names. Kinston is from North Carolina, which is where my grandfather's from. Kinston, North Carolina. Okay. My grandfather, my father, my grandfather, and their father is from Kinston. So I named him. His name is Kinston, and then Caton is my girl's family name. Her great grandfather, her great great grandfather. So all the men in her family's middle name is Caton.
Okay.
So we took that name and made it his first name.
But I mean, it's very country club-esque, son. Kinston and Caton. I mean, they're shooting 72 and 73 on the course regularly.
If you Google Kinston, there's like 3.
What?
There's literally 3 Kinstons. It's not a name. It's not a name. It is a name. Obviously, it's the name of a city, but it's where my family reunions are held there every year. So I wanted to make sure that my son had a name that had later when he explains his name, it's like, yo, this is what my grandfather is from.
It has some meaning to it. It ain't just some bullshit you pulled out of your head,
Yeah, it's not like I was like, give him Charlton and Charlton. You know what I mean? The fuck?
That's crazy that you said that. That's crazy that you said that, Corey, because my mom was just talking to me about something about this last week, and the same thing you just was talking about how the name, the importance of the name.
Yeah.
And my mom was telling me, in our culture, where I come from, how people identify you or how they would respect you would be based on where your family's from, your family's name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's they would determine how to treat you based on what your family's name is defined by.
Oh, dude, I went to Beirut, and on their driver's licenses in Beirut, they put a little section as to what class citizen you are. They literally have a caste system almost. Where
really?
Well, and it's not as bad. It's not as bad as India, where it's where historically it's much more stringent. But it is if you're from this family, it means you go back this many generations. So you're sort of in the, there's like I said, there's a class system, and they do fucking let you know. It's wild, son. Right. They don't make no bones about it in other countries, man. I mean, as woke as the United States is, as unwoke as a lot of these other places in the world are. They don't give a shit about wokeness. Right, yeah, you're a third-class citizen. We're putting it on your fucking license.
It's so funny, man. We do, because we live here, we're everything's so great and whatever. And then there's other times when you go to other places, and it's even though we think it's fucked up, it's sometimes many of the people there are we like it like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm not saying the most repressed person is saying that, but I am saying that we have a lot of repressed people here, and we act like we got everything together.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be fucking repressed people everywhere.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because people are shitty to other people, son, and that's going to go on in time for time immemorial. I mean, like, human beings, you know, we're flawed. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do fucked up shit to each other as long as there's people on this earth. So the idea that we might have more liberties in other countries and some might have more than us, but the idea that like somehow this is like the perfect place and over there is fucked up is a little backwards, because we do fucked up shit to each other too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So much, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So much fucked up shit, man, where it's like, come on, man. You know, like we over here, it's not like we're not harmonious over here, you know? We're not getting along to the point where it's like, oh shit, this is the model. It's just like, in theory, it's the model.
Yeah.
But it's not always the model. And then you go somewhere else and, you know, it's just way different. Way different. Yeah. I don't know.
But one may not know that if they don't actually go see it. You know,
that's why it's important to get out, man. I mean, you know, like what you said, Corey, going to see these places and do things, and actually getting off the boat, or if you're going overseas to do a show, to actually spend time like in the local environment with the local people does build character for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I did that was over this time, over 2020, was I did this Mike Huckabee show, man, and I thought. At first, I was feeling a little fucked up about it. You know, Mike Huckabee is conservative, big conservative and stuff. And I was just like, man, I don't want to go do this show, man. I was like, And then, like, I was like, man, fuck that. Like, they like to laugh too, bro. They like to laugh at the same time. And then at the same time, I don't necessarily agree with everything that Mike Huckabee does and says. But I look back at history, and there's many people who have done shows that are way more fucked up than what Mike Huckabee would be, and there's been entertainers on these shows because at the end of the day, I'm still broadening who I am dealing. You know what I'm saying? I'm broadening my brand in a sense.
I mean, look, there's exposure is always exposure, right? I mean, you pick up a new fan anywhere else if you go somewhere different, like the Mike Huckabee show. But also, like I said, I have conservative friends. I don't agree with a lot of their ideas, but I think they're still good people. You know what I'm saying? They're still decent people. Not all of them are fucking, you know, bloodlust, angry, fascist, you know, Nazis. Most of them are just fucking people that don't agree with what you agree with, but otherwise, like I feel like most people, like on your day to day, son. I mean, I lived in Boston, and that, I mean, you know, for a Northeast city, that's about as white as it gets, and you wouldn't know someone's religious or personal or political beliefs just walking around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That shit only comes out when people bring it up. You know, like, most interactions I have with people are fucking normal, fine, pleasant. There's no. You know what I'm saying? We get by day to day. So it's only when we turn on the TV that people lose their fucking minds.
No, you're right there. And I have no problem with conservatives in general. And that wasn't my point. My point, when I was saying he's conservative, I'm saying that, like, there's many things that him specifically says and does. Like, you know, he's a big Trump supporter. I wasn't, you know, but some of the things that he agrees and disagrees with are a little more fucked up in alignment. So me as a black man going onto that show, it could be like, oh man, you agree? Why would you even go on his show? Type shit. You feel me? Yeah. So it puts me in a weird position. So I had a little bit more back and forth mentally to go through that, to come to that decision. Because it comes down to more than just, like, if there's any case racially motivated, he's like, this didn't mean anything, you know, that I thought did, or that looked like it did, you know, that comes down to more than just being conservative. It comes down to morals, and it comes down to, like, well, why would you go on said person's show type shit, you know? So it was a lot, man. It was a lot to weigh out, but I did it. And I feel okay with doing it. I mean, the dude, again, is a politician. So backstage, before I go out, you know, before the show starts, he's back there quoting my jokes and shit. He's like, hey, man, that thing about the microwave with the grandfather, woo, that's me. He's like, that's me. He's like, I love that. I love it. He's telling me different jokes, funny as shit. And then, you know, but you know, that's what he does. Yeah. He probably just got briefed on that shit. Also, 10 minutes before he saw me, you know?
But also, too, there is the idea that if you're not going to talk to somebody or if you're not going to talk to somebody that you disagree with, how is that person ever going to, like, just like how you learn, how I learn. Like, I have to be introduced to a new idea to take in a new idea, right?
That's right.
You don't know. Maybe you had a good interaction with Mike Huckabee. Maybe he took something from that and is a little bit less of a dick. Whatever it is, like that. You don't know that. That's the thing. Like if you just say, I'm not going to give so and so a platform. I'm not going to go on their show. It's one thing if it's some fucking asshole who shut up a school or whatever, some extreme, But if it's just a talk show host, like, fuck it, I'll go talk to this guy and straighten him out.
Right. Or at least have a platform to speak. This is kind of what I kind of came to. Was like, at least I have a platform to say what it is that I want to say, just like some others before me have done on their own platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been plenty of people on racist platforms.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying his was. I'm saying it has been. And the quiet is kept at all the shows I've done. Special on Epics, doing maybe Dry Bar has been a little bit more, but Dry Bar has been a lot. I got a lot from Dry Bar people and things like that. But everything else I've done, Conan and Laughs and Gotham and all that shit. The Mike Huckabee Show, TBN, the fucking Christian Network, just in collaboration of words, the fucking Christian Network, the Christian Network. Man, the amount of followers that came from that, or the amount of just on all different avenues, the email addresses that were coming into my website, and it's crazy. Every time they aired it, I was like, damn.
Yeah, and those church people got money, son, and I'm more than happy to take it if they want to see my show, son. as should you, Corey. As should you, Chase. I'm living hand to mouth, son.
Like Corey said, man. Everybody deserves to laugh.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves to laugh, in my opinion, regardless of
Absolutely.
I mean, only common. I think it's only the common denominator. Maybe something else, but that everyone can relate to in the world. So
yeah, that and falling in love. Those are, these and laughter, falling. These are emotional responses. Like real laughter is completely involuntary. Sometimes you laugh at shit you don't even know why. So there's 1,000 stupid videos on the internet that I'm like, why am I giggling at this dumb shit? But but some things are just funny. You know what I'm saying? So it is an involuntary response. You're absolutely right, Chase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what's next, Corey? What do you got coming up, brother?
Yo, I'm just just looking forward to a lot more work this year, man, and actually doing some more with the kids shows and stuff.
All right,
so we're doing some more with that, man. There's some good things in the works for that.
Yeah, where can people check you out, son?
Huh?
Where can people check you out? Like, where can they check you out?
Go to Corey Rods on Instagram. I've been doing a lot of little funny videos. I still mixing some Denzel.
Yeah, son, you've been doing
those animal videos and shit.
I like those, son. The little animal voiceover because I forget you can do voices, son. I've known you for like 3 years before. I was like, oh shit, this guy can do impressions too. It's fucking bullshit, man. I was pissed. I was like, son, I'm over here trying to fucking get a second tool in my toolkit. This motherfucker has 5. This is piss me off, son.
Yeah, man, just silly. I try to work on those voices just to be silly and find other, just whatever. Just play around with it and see what I end up liking. So do a lot of those, do some character voices and stuff. And then just a lot of other little funny videos, man. So check out on Instagram, Corey Rod, CoreyRods. And then Twitter, I'm on Twitter a little bit, at Corey Rodrigues, Corey with the E, Rodriguez with the S.
Are you still doing the kid shows on Facebook?
Facebook Live.
Nice.
We took a break, but we will be going back.
All right, I gotta watch these. These, son. Because I want to be on, son. I want to share some secrets with these kids.
Yeah, man, you gotta come on. When you come on, you get to come on and tell some jokes and stuff, man. You gotta come on and write a couple kids jokes.
It's
very difficult for some people, but it's so easy.
I can barely work clean, son. So it's gonna.
But it's just silly, punny little jokes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wrote one a lot of silly jokes, man. You just write them. Write something like, why was the celery sad at the dance?
Why?
Because he couldn't keep up with the beats. You know what I mean? I was writing shit like that, but kids love that. You know what I mean? I'm just at home writing. I just be writing full of them shits, man. Me and my son just write them together. Silly little stuff like that. Just write them, boom, 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 boom.
That's cool. You get to do that with your son, man. That must be fun to do something comedy related with your son. That must be a real fucking treat.
Yeah, I just think about him looking back 10, 15 years, 20 years, like, yo, I used to do a show, what thing. And potentially, man, we'll see how things go, where they're gonna go and how things will go, but it could be something coming from this. So
all right, nice. There you
go. Good.
So that'll be something good for him. I'm happy for him for that too,
Oh, nice. I like that.
See.
Can keep it all in the family. That's all right. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Right,
like the Jewish people do, son. They keep it amongst themselves. You know, they go into business with each other, with the family. You know,
Right.
That's how you get wealthy in this country.
Sir Kingston.
I know,
Yeah, that's right.
What you got anything coming up, Chase? You got any more dates coming up? Are you going to be out with old Godfrey?
Yeah, I'm at. Nothing confirmed yet, so I gotta wait.
Okay, we'll wait till next week then. What do I got coming up? I'm in St. Louis this weekend at Helium Comedy Club with old Jeff Dye this weekend, and then this just in looks like we're going to be back in Phoenix, Chase. It's going to be the weekend of April 21st. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I think we're going to be at Stand Up Live, but that literally just got booked like an hour ago. But I'll keep
I may have to.
That might be the one to come out for a little 420 show. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you got to be vaxxed to do that. That's the only thing.
Nah, son, it's Arizona. They don't give a shit.
Nah, they don't. Yo, when will this drop? You think, Randy?
It'll drop tomorrow.
Okay. So, this weekend I'll be at Giggles Comedy Club. 9th and 10th, I'll be at Giggles
In Boston. That's right. Route 1.
Yeah. And then go to CoreyRodrigues.com to check out any other dates. There's a bunch of stuff coming up, man, these next few months. So
I like it.
Come out.
I like it. Well, that's it. We did an hour and a half, boys, and I got to run because it's fucking 6 o'clock here, and I'm going to go to the show at 7. But thanks for listening, guys. We obviously love you. Check out Corey, like you said, at CoreyRodrigues.com and at Corey Rods on Instagram. Obviously, the podcast at Ready Set Blow Podcast. Me at Randy Valero, and then Chase Abel at Chase Abel. But that's it for this one, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
In the class of our own, honest class. In the class of our own. All of the happenings now, I'm moving forward as I'm backing them down. Strange how your brother's off a nap in the pound. I gave no gaps, not even crack of a smile. Take a nap, respect the cap in the gown. I'm in the mountains trying to master the sound. Send a signal when I touch to the ground. It's all official, take a good look around. Will they miss you when you're no longer found? I'm slinging solely off word of mouth, the word is out. Roll the farmer's joint and hold the crown. Agreeable women move with me and keep it 250s. Bring your friends, I got the crew with me. Whiskey shots get it poppin', I don't know stop though. Don't pass it without tapping the bottle. It's only fun if you make it tomorrow. I do this to the point of no return. Can I kick it? They look sore was dubs and pass the mic along. Slow this off and like the body of Christ. I lose the moment I try taking your life. Imagine even trying to take your advice. Nothing suffice, I need nada. They're backstabbing for green dollar. Poor schemes, you seem novice. I find it strange you put your faith in strangers. I'm who you run to when it come to favors, but duck when it's time to pay up. You shit on the ones that care for you over paper. In constant competition with niggas you chill with, but label haters. I don't even blame them, I live beyond resentment. Soon as you moving, they be acting different. They want success but always lack commitment. My journey's longer cause how I was brought up. Never ask nobody for nothing, you'll never owe them. Before you forgive them, remind yourself how they tried to get over. Take your issues and own them, apologetic to know as soon as I inhale the lavish aroma. My vision visit limits, passion persona. I swear I be zoning. My taste in women's exquisite, done had the baddest moaners. Enjoy every minute living until I can't recall it. Hidden scars from past opponents while they wear theirs like memorabilia from classic moments. Y'all was asking for it, I was getting to it. You waste your time complaining and never change shit. Lame shit, on the same shit. When you talking big game, know who you playing with. You talk about the ones you know to those you don't. Like they don't know you just a fucking joke. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers.
Raise It Blow Podcast, you fucking bitch.